Guys, in this video, I want to explain you how I helped a service business owner go from no having time at all in their business to being able to scale without putting all their time and all of their energy in the business. I would recommend you to stay until the end of this video because I'm not only going to give you the process that we used for this, but also I will give you an audit that you can use and all the possible friction points and things that could be preventing you from scaling your service business. So basically, when I talked with her, she wasn't able to take a single vacation. She couldn't take a day off in her business. It was a dog training hotel. The thing is that she had basically a good business with steady customers, but if she left, the business stalled completely. Every booking was manual, every confirmation was manual, every change was completely manual in their business. And the thing is that that is not an isolated case. If you run a service business, chances are you experience some of this. You respond to all leads yourself, you have conversations open everywhere, follow-ups slip through, or you use multiple tools that aren't connected. And I think that is one of the most common issues. Using a lot of different tools that are not connected, and you spend a lot of different, you spend money in a lot of different apps and tools that don't really help you. I'm going to explain you what the real problem is, but before continuing with this, I want to remind you that if you are liking this video, you will help me a lot if you subscribe to the channel and you hit the like button, because in that way we can keep reaching new people and it only takes 2 seconds. And by the way, if your business depends on you and you want me to help you fix all the bottlenecks in your business, you can book a strategy call, you can apply, I will leave you the link on the comments section. So the real problem, or what typically happens to a lot of different service businesses, is that the business is working, customers come in, there is demand, but everything depends on them or depends on you, okay? Each booking requires responding, coordinating, confirming, and scheduling, all manual. And even though you can use 1,000 different tools to solve this problem, you spend a lot of money in disconnected tools. And that creates 3 things mainly. Time spent on repetitive tasks, inevitable mistakes, inability to scale without collapsing, and on top of all of this, you feel completely overwhelmed and burned out. And this is the most typical pattern. The business is doing well, but every month it feels heavier. And the cost is not only your time. It's not being able to delegate, not being able to step away for a minute, and not being able to scale. A lot of people try to solve this problem, but most of them do it completely wrong. And this is where everything gets worse. You feel the chaos and you start adding things like tools, automations, people. You think that hiring people will solve the problem, but you haven't identified where is the money getting stuck. So the thing is that you end up with more complexity, more friction over the same problem, or even a lot of money wasted on tools that didn't really help you. So in this case, what we did is we started by understanding the flow, and we found that the bottleneck was at the booking level, okay? When a warm lead wanted to book a call. So we transformed open conversations, back and forth, and manual decisions into a simple flow where the customer knows what to do. They have clear options, less dependence on the owner, and less friction. If you ask why I'm not showing the app, it's because I prefer to keep it safe, because she used the app with her clients, so I prefer to keep it secure. Anyway, basically what we did as a step 2, we created a calendar where she can define the availability, and basically the system decides, not the person. She doesn't have to put her time anymore, and human error is eliminated. I created a complete process where the lead enters is basically an Airbnb for dogs. The lead enters, he can create or she can create a profile for their dog or for their pet, and then they can look at the calendar like Calendly, but all inside the same app, and they can book a call at the time that suits them better, that suits them best. On top of all of this, you have to remember each customer, okay? And it's a complete waste of time. Now the system confirms, the system reminds, and nothing falls through. She has a complete database where she has all the information from all her clients. I mean, and she can check either if they paid or not, the type of dog. I mean, if it's a big dog, a small dog, the weight, and a lot of different statistics that are helpful for them, and they don't have to do it anymore manually. They don't need to write it down. As you can see, we didn't change the service, we didn't change the price, we didn't change the demand, we only removed the friction. And for the first time, he and she could leave the business running without on top of it, without being on top of it. And that is the result, not a scale for the sake of scaling. I will give you the 3 leaks that you can have if you have a service business. The first one is poorly managed leads. Leads that arrive and you don't respond in time, remain in open conversations, go cold. You don't see them as lost, but they are. The leak number 2 is false capacity. And this is easy to solve if you do it the right way. You think you are full, but in reality, you are limited by the way you operate, not by demand. And finally, the leak number 3 is hiring without a system. You hire to help, but nobody has a clear process. So the chaos gets charged and it doesn't disappear. There is always a bottleneck, and until you fix it, nothing else matters. That's why more leaders don't fix a bad system, more customers don't fix broken operations, and more people don't fix disorder. First of all, you need to fix the bottleneck. And honestly, I'm not here to tell you what to do. You are the one that decides what to do. You can start right now or stay at the same place. You're going to start identifying the bottlenecks in your business, where your service business is capped, and solve them immediately so you can grow your business without putting all your time and putting all your money on tools that don't help you, or you're going to stay at the same place. It's your choice. But if you want me to help you identify the bottlenecks in your business, I just want to remind you that I don't have, honestly, a lot of spots because I try doing my best on every single project and every single audit. So if you want me to help you, you can book a strategy call. I will leave you the link on the comment section. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.